See, God has created us all to be butterflies. Our identity are butterflies. But a lot of times we end up staying in the caterpillar stage. See, in order for the caterpillar to become a butterfly, it has to go through a season of shedding, which is like a cocoon, or it's called a chrysalis season. And during the chrysalis, the caterpillar has to make the decision to shed their old skin and stay isolated. And during the isolation season, it removes every impurity that is not going to benefit them when they become a butterfly. Now, you're in the caterpillar stage of your life. And at some point, God is going to bring you to a crossroad. And in this crossroad, you're going to have to decide, are you going to go through this molding season in order to get your wings? Because you have to understand that the caterpillar, it can see the sky, it can see greater things, but it can't reach it because it doesn't have the wings to get to that level. The caterpillar will never get to the opportunities that the butterfly has until it goes into that stage. And that's the same way for you. You're in your caterpillar season, and God is calling you to elevate, and He's calling you to get your wings. But you don't want to go through the chrysalis season. See, you don't want to shed the old. You don't want to let go of the old things because it's uncomfortable. And just like the caterpillar, it is necessary. It has to let go of the old in order to transform into the butterfly with its wings. See, you can decide to stay in your less than stage. But once you reach that crossroad, it's going to get uncomfortable. It's going to be uncomfortable either way. Because you're going to be uncomfortable because you see the possibilities, but you can't fly or tap into it. So you have to decide to go through that chrysalis period, to go through that growth period, to go through that pain period so you can get your wings. And see, once you get your wings and you elevate into the identity that God has already called you to, that's when you can tap in to new opportunities and you can see new things, because there's things that a caterpillar will never see because it doesn't have the capacity or the wings to see it. See, it can only stay on ground level and it can look up at all the possibilities just like you. You scroll and you see all the possibilities of what your life could be. But instead of you going through the cocoon season and instead of you going through the molding season, you decide to stay where you're at. But I want you to make the decision that you're going to shed the old you so you can finally get your wings. Because either way, it's uncomfortable. You staying the same, knowing that you could get wings, it's uncomfortable. You stand in your caterpillar season longer than you need to, it gets uncomfortable. You just have to decide to be temporary uncomfortable so you can finally get your wings. Because God is trying to do a new thing in your life, but He can't do it until you make the decision to shed the old. See, you're already a butterfly. The caterpillar is already a butterfly. It just has to get there. It has to go through the process. A caterpillar can't just be a caterpillar and all of a sudden it got wings. No. It has to go through the isolating season. It has to go to letting the impurities go. It has to go through the season of shedding the old. So which one are you going to decide? Are you going to stay a caterpillar and watch all the butterflies fly and tap into new territories and elevate and go into a different realm? Are you going to make the decision to get your own wings? Go through the process because there's more.